Uh,
Ghost of Tsushima is getting a live action
a
film.
movie. My
Yeah, I
goodness.
mean, this is part of Sony's
Where
big
is
push
this
into
article?
movies and series. We've got the Uncharted movie, we've got The Last of Us getting a series on HBO. And they've said they want to make, live action adaptations of a lot of their properties. So this is just the next step of that.
I
Um,
do not think anyone saw this coming. I
no, yeah.
It was quite a surprise, I feel. I mean, because we know that like The Last of Us 2 is getting its own series, but never in my
mm,
mind that I think that Ghost of Tsushima, especially because it only came out last year. I never thought
yeah.
it's going to get a movie like straight up.
I think because it's been a big success. I think the game
Yeah,
sold like what is it, 6.5 million copies now, which
yeah,
is pretty
it's
good
massive.
for
Yeah.
a single player exclusive. A lot of people will be like, well, there's 80 million PS or more PS4s out there, so the attach rate isn't that big. But it's like
For a
for a
first
single player
party
game, that's
game,
pretty
yeah.
fucking good still.
I
Like,
mean, look, I don't know what God of War's on now, but God of War, correct me if I'm wrong, like off the top of my head, it's like on 8 to 10 million plus
yeah, around
maybe.
about there.
I
Yeah,
mean, and that game's been out for a few years now. So Ghost of
yeah,
Tsushima is, look, I don't know how many more millions it's going to sell, but it's pretty damn strong. Um,
yeah.
and I also think
Um,
it's almost like it was Sony's underdog last year. Like, remember, Last of Us 2 came out, and I myself included, I was like, Ghost of Tsushima looks cool, but like it just looks like a open world samurai game, and it was really good. Like I enjoyed it.
yeah. I think it at first it seemed like, oh, it's just a story about honor and whatever, whatever. But I think it goes into some really cool places and ends
Yeah,
off incredibly strong. Like,
yeah,
what a great game.
yeah.
I
I enjoyed it.
thoroughly enjoyed playing that. So yeah, it's getting a full adaptation. It's just been announced, so this is still a while
Yeah, it's
away.
early
I'd say at
days.
the very least 3 years away.
Yeah.
Um, but what's cool is that its director is Chad. Hmm?
Chad
Stahelski?
Stahelski? Yeah.
Yeah, who has directed all of the John Wick films, so that is very cool.
So don't be shocked if you see guns in Ghost of Tsushima. You go, whoa.
Jin Sakai just pulls out a
Don't
fucking
be
Glock.
shocked if Keanu Reeves is Jin Sakai. You
Well,
heard it here
listen,
first.
listen, we've seen samurais with guns. Have you played Sekiro?
Oh my god. I
Yeah,
mean, the dude
exactly.
he had like a Glock or a pistol or something, but I'm talking machine guns here. Okay, don't be shocked if you see that appear in this
Do you
movie.
think
Okay.
they'll kill Jin Sakai's dog and then you'll go on
Oh,
a journey for revenge?
no, but the might. No, that's spoiler purposes. I'm not gonna get there. Yeah, but that's
Uh,
pretty cool.
that's cool.
What should
Next.
we get to? I suppose we often do this, but let's just stick with Sony news. Let's do it. Let's do a hard 180. Maybe not, depending on I don't know what camp you're in. But PS3, PS Vita, and PSP digital stores are reportedly being closed down
Mm,
this year.
yeah.
So I brought this up at work. I was like, it's kind of sad. It makes a case for why physical games are actually still kind of important
Mhm,
because
mm,
when the store's closed, you can no longer buy games for these devices. Unless you own them, you can download them. But I can't crack open my PSP and go, oh, I really want to, I don't know, grab Siphon Filter, first game that came to
mhm,
mind, whatever. Um, but then to which some of my colleagues are like, but we don't play old games. Like, it's not that big a deal. It's like,
mhm.
yeah, but maybe you don't care now, but in a decade or two, you might go, oh shit, like I have such an itch to play that game I really enjoyed when I was a lot younger. So I don't know where you fall on this, but like, I don't know. In my head, I'm like, I completely understand why Sony are doing it because these consoles are old. I don't
Mm.
know how many people are actively using the stores, but it's sad in the sense like these games are technically disappearing outside of their physical editions that are out in the wild.
No, I think, this just brings up the whole video game preservation argument again, because it's really difficult for preservation of games that Sony, Sony will have
Yeah,
the copies of these games, but if no one can access them, then like, what's the point?
yeah.
Um, yeah, this is the thing that is going to become super common because this is
Mm,
the other shoe dropping on the first, the PS3 and the Xbox 360 were the first consoles to really be part of
have
that digital
digital,
age.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
They were the first generation. Well, they were the first consoles, to my knowledge, that actually had like proper storage space that you could install games
mm,
on. So
exactly.
yeah,
So this is that future becoming a reality where especially people who take pride in keeping their consoles and go back to older games just won't have an option for that. And Microsoft in a way sidesteps this by making their consoles backwards compatible.
yeah,
Um, so
yeah. But that
they don't support every game, which still is a bit of a problem. But like you can play original Xbox games on a Series X today, and you can
mm,
literally pop in the disc and it will work.
yeah,
Um, Sony is basically saying you can play the games via PlayStation Now if you're in a region that's supported. But other than that, you've got PS4 and PS5, and that's it.
that's
Like,
it. Yeah,
where do you play Metal Gear Solid 4 now?
yeah.
You know,
It's
like,
it's just interesting because, like you pointed out, Xbox have been very big on backward compatibility,
mhm,
and I think even going into next gen, it will still be a key feature of like, oh, here's the Xbox Series X2, whatever they decide to call it. Don't worry, your 360 games will still work on this thing.
mhm,
Like, I could be wrong, obviously, but it's just interesting how, like, Jim Ryan, for example, has come out saying, like, why would anyone want to play this older game when newer game exists? When Xbox have been like, no, we want you to enjoy whatever you want to play. So I don't know. It's just it's different philosophies. Sony's not technically wrong.
yeah.
Um,
Like, I can understand why they're doing this
yeah,
because
no,
keeping
likewise,
servers
yeah,
up costs
it costs
money.
money, yeah,
But in my view, they need to find a way to at least give people the option because this prevents people from downloading games that they own.
yeah,
Like, so
yeah. I mean that's fair. Like if I have a PS3 game, can I play it on my PS5 disk drive? I don't think so.
yeah. Well, no.
No.
Like
So it's interesting. Like, yeah, I don't
it's
know.
it's such a weird thing. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of this is also legacy problems with the PS3 cell architecture. Like
Mm,
whenever you hear about backwards compatibility, that is like the thing that is brought up. Like that thing was a fucking mess, and
mm.
trying to emulate that
Unless you had the
is a
first
mess.
generation PS3, which actually lets you
Yeah,
play PS1 and or PS2 games.
yeah. But
Amazing.
I own a PS3 console literally just so I have something to play Metal Gear Solid 4 if I ever want to again.
You want to hear
Um,
another shocking fact? I have not played Metal Gear Solid 4. I know.
dude,
Don't say it.
that game is proper good. Like
Nice.
you like Metal Gear Solid 5, 4 is some highbrow anime bullshit with a great stealth game.
I need it.
Fucking great. So good.
Yeah,
But yeah, that
that's
that is just a report right now. It hasn't been confirmed by Sony, but like
mm,
I would not be shocked in the
yeah,
slightest if that turns out to be true.
yeah. What shall we
Next.
talk about next?
Microsoft is in potential talks to acquire Discord for
Interesting.
$10 billion. Discord, this rumor progressed through the week where apparently Discord was hearing offers from multiple companies. Now, the latest rumor is that Microsoft and Discord are in exclusive talks with each other, but that Discord could also just go public instead of selling. So, yeah, I mean,
Don't
Discord
know.
is huge.
I
Discord, in a way, was a response to Microsoft buying Skype and turning it to absolute shit. So,
God, I hate Skype so much.
yeah, it's terrible.
But I
Absolutely.
mean, isn't it? Can we just acknowledge the fact that Microsoft bought Bethesda for $7.5 billion, which is like 8 proper gaming studios, and then
And IPs, yeah.
yeah, and now there are some discussions of buying Discord for more than all of that,
It's crazy, right?
which is just
It's
insane. Yeah.
it's
My
really crazy.
my biggest thing is that with crossplay becoming a thing, like it is a thing, which will only continue to grow, I imagine, in the years to come. The biggest gripe I have is voice communication. In-game chats historically are actual garbage. Like I hate them. It would be really, really, really nice if Discord was an app that you could download on your Xbox or PlayStation that lets you interface with other people. Like I'd love to play stuff with some of my PlayStation friends via PC, but I cannot because of how my setup is. I can't actually. I just haven't figured out how to stream to get like my audio and their audio in the same place. It's just like a nightmare. Because I'm like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
make a Discord app for the consoles. Not that Microsoft buying Discord would do that, but come on, give me a
I
Discord
think
app.
I think the Xbox already supports Discord, if I'm not
Really?
mistaken.
Oh,
Yeah, you
give it to
can link
PlayStation.
Discord. Yeah, I think
Uh,
Microsoft gave up on like we are only using our exclusive, party chats. Let me just
I
double check.
think I think you might be able to link your account in Discord. I don't know if you can actually chat via Discord. I could be wrong though, because it says like in
Okay.
this header image, it says link your account, sync your friends, show what game you're playing. It doesn't say like hang out with your mates or whatever. I could be wrong though. Like I don't actually know.
No, Discord lets. So this is according to Tom's guide. Discord lets gamers communicate with voice and text, create parties and groups, and see what all of their friends are playing. Previously, oh, okay, yeah, I think you're right. Previously, the last part was limited to PC gamers, but with Xbox One integration, all Discord users can see what their Xbox touting friends are playing.
See
So I
now,
think it's just a
it's just to
people in
show,
Discord can
yeah.
see what you're playing. I don't think it's a communication device
But
yet.
if they figured out how to have an app on,
Yeah, you see,
both
specifically the
consoles,
lack of cross-platform voice chat is a massive omission in Microsoft's attempt to integrate the PC platform's biggest chat service into the Xbox
look,
ecosystem.
I think that
So, yeah,
would be a huge win if Microsoft
that'd be
bought
a huge
Discord
thing.
and then just put that on Xbox.
Yeah, especially since they're doing things like, hey, we have crossplay with Xbox games, PC, or,
Yeah,
like Gears of War is crossplay. So why do we not have a cross chat
that,
solution?
yeah, because like the argument is, oh, but there's in-game chat, but in-game
Mm-mm.
chats is actual
No, yeah,
garbage.
I think it would be a
Big
big
win.
benefit to
Yeah.
Microsoft. And if Microsoft is spending that much money, it's not going to be exclusive to Xbox. They're going to look at different ways to integrate that all over. So I just hope it doesn't go the same way as Skype because that was a
Oh my gosh, it was a
disaster.
disaster. Yeah.
So yeah, let's see if it even happens.
Yeah.
Discord might go public, and that would be interesting as
Never
well.
know. Never know.
Buy stocks in Discord.
Uh, buy them now. What should we talk about next? Maybe let's just quickly mention Back for Blood has been delayed by 4 months. I love how they're really sticking to the four as a theme here, really leaning into that. So Back for Blood is the spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead.
Developed by its developers, Turtle Rock.
Developed by the same developers. And I am very keen for a modern day Left 4 Dead.
Me too.
It's been delayed by 4 months, which isn't that much.
No, it's not too bad.
But that's cool. It's still coming,
There,
which I'm
there's
grateful for.
I think there's going to be an open beta around the time it would have launched in June.
Okay, that's
So
cool.
I think
Do some,
people get to give it a go at least then. But yeah,
yeah,
4 months. It's out in October. I'm still really stoked for it. I think it looks great.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
very
still got to
excited.
play Left 4 Dead 2 one day.
Yeah, I know we do.
My God. Okay, what's next?
New report regarding the Call of Duty game that obviously will be coming out this year.
Oh, lol,
Says
that's
that
the wrong story.
it is going
Uh,
back to World War II.
yeah.
So
So
Sledgehammer Games are developing this entry. Their last game was Call of Duty World War II. So yeah. Previously, the reports were saying that it might be set in like an
an
alternate
alt
history.
reality, yeah.
Yeah, 1950s, like if World War II never ended type of thing. But since then, um, Eurogamer corroborated with their sources and said that part of the report is incorrect, but everything else is pretty much,
Spot
on
on.
the nose.
Yeah.
It's going to be a World War II game. Sledgehammer's developing it, and it will be revealed somewhat soon. So yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. I mean, we've had two modern. Well, we had Modern Warfare, and then we had Cold War, which might as well have been modern. So yeah, I'm just curious to see what they do with Warzone.
Yeah,
Will
what
they
is
put
the
Warzone in World War II or keep it
yeah.
modern?
And
So
where is Battlefield 6? Aren't we supposed to get some sort of teaser or
apparently that's being
something?
revealed soon. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I think that's going back to modern
to
times, if
modern,
I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
Which is cool. I think it's high time that Battlefield went back to the modern setting.
If you want a good joke here, Daniel, is it Daniel Ahmad? Let me just make sure because I've got this wrong before. Yeah, Daniel Ahmad on Twitter, good video game industry analyst. He said the reports. What did he say? Yeah, the reports are all wrong. It's not actually. It's called Call of Duty World War because it's about the First World War. The two is just there to let you know how many terabytes of hard drive space you need to
Oh my
install.
god. Yeah, but the storage space
Good
issues
times.
with Activision games like
They
Call of
need to
Duty are
fix that shit.
just
My god. I
it's
mean, the fact that it's like you can only have Call of Duty and Warzone on your entire PS4 base edition is
that
fucking ridiculous.
like I would love to dive back into Warzone. I know many friends of mine who play Warzone, but I refuse to give up that much hard drive space and update it all the time with these massive updates. I'm like, no,
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 it's
thank
crazy.
you. I
No,
won't.
it's
I
absolutely
will
crazy.
not. You cannot make me. um.
Should we get to just fly through these next few?
Yeah. So Niantic, the people who made Pokemon Go, are making an AR Pikmin game, which I found
Interesting.
very, very interesting because hello Lupin, what the heck? Because so I get it. It's a great Nintendo franchise, but I played Pikmin 3, was it end of last year, early this year, and there are a handful of different Pikmin. Like you get, you know, black ones, red ones, yellow ones, a whole bunch of them. And I don't know what this game will be, to be completely honest. Like, is it you collecting Pikmin? Is it you getting them to do stuff in the real world? Like, I don't quite know yet. But it's being
Curious to
made.
see it, yeah.
Yeah.
Curious to see what this ends up being because Pikmin are cute and seeing them in AR would be kind of cute as well.
Pikmin 3 is a really, really great game. Like, I enjoyed the shit out of Pikmin 3.
I need to play that deluxe edition that we have
Yeah.
because it's a lot of fun. But
Yeah.
again, who has the time?
Who has the time?
Who has the time?
Um,
That Steam Summer Game Festival that we had last year, where it was like all the demos for basically like E3 on Steam, like demos for recent games and stuff. It's happening again this year. It's called Steam
n-
Next Fest, which
Next
is
Fest.
there's a real tongue twister there.
Hmm.
And it kicks off in June. So yeah, that's coming again. So that's great.
Lots of new games. Oh, yeah, there was. We don't have it here, but there was Xbox basically did an indie showcase. Were there any
For
big
3
releases there?
hours.
Oh,
Who
was
thought
it
that was
three
a good idea?
hours?
It was 3 hours.
Holy hell! Okay, I did not know it was that
Who
long.
at Microsoft signed off on that?
I
I
don't
would
know.
love to know.
Were there any notable titles from there? Because I
I mean,
did
yeah,
not.
there were quite a few. The big one was like this big list of 20 indie games that that are coming to Xbox Game Pass
My
at
God.
launch. And you know, a lot of them are really good. There's like Sable and there's what was that? There was that new game from Drinkbox. Um
Oh, that looks real good. What is
yeah,
it called
what's it called?
again? Nobody is a god.
Nobody's a hero or something. Yeah, so we've got a good look at Ascent. Um I mean, there's a lot. Like, I would not recommend going through the fucking 3-hour stream
My
because
God.
wow, we have Art of Rally, that's another one. But yeah, there's like a lot of cool indie games coming out and a lot of them coming to Game Pass. So
Oh, hey, Rust is coming to Xbox One, your favorite.
just keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Oh my God.
Song of Iron, Extra One. Nobody saves the world.
Nobody says
That's
the
it.
world. That's the one. It looks so good.
That
It looks
looks
so
real
good.
good. Drinkbox are the people who did Guacamelee, and they didn't put it in their trailer, but they are the same people who did
Severed.
Severed, which I played on the Vita, and I really enjoyed that.
Very
But
underrated.
yeah,
Very
I understand why it's underrated because it's like a touchscreen game, 100%.
yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
think as many people played it. Yeah, but there's a bunch of stuff.
Lawn mowing simulator. Hell yeah. It actually looks kind of fucking ridiculously cool.
Why is this again?
I'm down. I'm down for
I
it.
need to watch this trailer. Oh
Loot River looks really good. The Among Us airship.
my
Death
god.
Store also looks really good. That's from the developers of it's a big game, Titan Souls, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Second
My god.
Extinction.
Oh, Stalker
Stalker
2.
2,
Okay.
yeah. 12 minutes.
Oh, there's more of this.
So fucking keen. Like, cannot wait for this game.
I only remember the one trailer they showed at, was it E3 a while ago? Okay.
Fun
Does this?
fact:
Yeah.
development on that is being helped by a South African studio,
Oh wow, that's cool.
one that I
Nice.
used to work at.
Spoiler. Let you figure that one out. Oh, and here's a list of the 20 games coming to Game Pass. I mean, that's a lot. Like
Mhm,
like
mhm.
Stalker 2, for example, is coming
Stalker 2 is a
to
big one, yeah,
yeah.
coming to Game Pass.
The only trailer I saw actually was Omno, and that looked real cool as well. That's coming to Game Pass. Okay.
So, yeah.
So yeah, it's a
But
bunch.
yeah, that stream did not need to be. Microsoft's marketing team needs to, like, I don't know why, but like Sony and Nintendo have
They've
found
got
this
it
way to
down now.
hype up their
Yeah.
events. Like
Yeah.
when there's a PlayStation showcase or a Nintendo Direct, it is an event.
Yeah.
Like, why can Microsoft not get that pattern? Like, they either do their shows far too short, or they do those Xbox Wire or like shows where there's a lot of downtime between trailers and stuff. This
Yeah.
isn't an event. Like,
I don't know. I have no idea.
shooting themselves in the foot, man.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay.
Anyway.
Last few bits of news. I did not know this was coming, but Rocket League is getting a mobile game.
Mm. It's like a
Uh,
side swiping. Well, it's actually called side swipe, but it's like a 2D version of Rocket League that you play from like
that's cool.
right.
That
Looks
actually
fun.
looks really cool. Yeah.
Looks
Uh,
like I could spend a bit of time on that. Yeah.
My goodness. Still with the rocket jumping.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't know how true it is, but there were people on Twitter talking about how there was a quote unquote Rocket League clone that came out on mobile
Oh, yeah?
that looked exactly like this. So it seems like Rocket
Ooh.
League copied the Rocket League clone, which is really funny. Um,
Wow.
yeah. I mean, if you're gonna clone
Crazy.
a game and then get cloned, you can't really fucking
Yeah, what
like
you gonna
think about that. Like, um,
My
but yeah,
goodness. Okay.
I think the last thing is Sega officially the most well-reviewed video game publisher of 2020, which might come as a surprise. People are like, oh, Sega
Yeah.
still exists. But when you think about last year, Persona 5 Royale was published by Sega, big
Mhm.
one. The other big one was 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, which made it on a
Yeah.
lot of Game of the Year lists. So yeah, I can believe that. Sega does a lot of good things with its publishing efforts.
Yeah. Oh,
Though even if Sonic games are
is
still terrible.
there's actually a top 10 of who's the highest rated publisher. So I'll just go from 10 to number 1, Devolver Digital, Nintendo, No More Robots. How do you even say this? Axis
Texas.
Games, Microsoft, Xbox Game Studios, Activision Blizzard, Sony, Capcom, Annapurna Interactive, and Sega.
All the times people are
Interesting.
like, man, Microsoft doesn't make exclusives, yet here they are as the sixth best
They are the
publisher,
sixth best publisher.
just behind Activision and
Ori's
Sony.
there, man. Will of the Wisp was a great game.
Like, yuck. But look at that. Sega first, Capcom third.
Yeah,
I mean,
which is crazy.
a couple of years ago, you would never. I mean, and then
No,
Annapurna, who just they don't miss, man.
no,
Annapurna just knows exactly what games to publish. They
yeah.
really do amazing things.
But
So
but yeah, Capcom specifically, I think that is like a complete 180. I mean, look, even Sega, it's like you'd never think Sega would be the number one scoring. Like even
mhm.
now, I'm like, why? What? I mean, it's 38 products, 95% of which earned good reviews, and an average Metacritic score of 81.6, which is really high.
It's just wild that like you had Sony in a year where they put out Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Last of Us 2,
Mm,
and Ghost of Tsushima, and they
they're
still
fourth.
critically couldn't beat Capcom
No,
or like Sega. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I didn't actually realize last year was Persona 5 Royale, Yakuza 0 on Xbox,
Hmm.
uh, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, and then Yakuza Like a Dragon
Yeah.
on Xbox. So like, yeah,
Yeah.
that fucking hit it out the park last year.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is news, I guess.